Hey everybody, it's Shane. Welcome. It's been a few weeks since I've streamed Flight Sim, and I'm really happy to be back. And boy, do I got some cool stuff now. I got the Flight Factor 777F, which this will be my first flight in it ever. And I also got a brand new throttle kit from FlightSimFactory. It's basically called the 7X7. I'm going to be trying that tonight. I'm really excited about all my new gear. I've been taking a break from Flight 7 for a few weeks. That MD-11 crash at Louisville, where we're at right now, really affected me. I mean, I've been a lifelong fan of the MD-11, and the circumstances that led to that crash were just heartbreaking because there was nothing those pilots could have done. It was an unrecoverable situation. And I just thought it would be nice to take a break from Flight Simming and kind of respect that. But, you know, it's been a few weeks. I've been in London. I'm back now. We got a lot of cool stuff to do. So let's get on with our flight. We're flying Atlas Air on behalf of UPS Virtual Air Cargo. So this flight counts for UPS for me. So if you guys are interested in joining, please let me know. Hey, Tweedle, it's going to be really fun. I'm excited for this. We're going to be flying from Louisville to Houston, what do they call it? The George Bush Intercontinental Airport. So basically, I just need to set the FMC. We're loading cargo right now, as you can see here. Just a little bit more cargo to put on the bottom hold, and we're all set. Let's do a couple pre-flight things here. Let's go over the weather. So we'll look at Louisville and Houston. Okay, current weather at Louisville is marginal VFR. We have ceilings at 2,700 feet. Let's see. Wind is out of the north at 3 knots. Few clouds at 500. Broken at 2,700. Overcast at 35. Temperature is 10 degrees. Altimeter is 3007. Should be no issue getting out of here. And we're going to be using runway 35 left for departure. Going into Houston, the weather looks a little bit better. Current weather there is wind 140 at 9. Few clouds at 1,600. And scattered at 25,000. Temperature is 23. Altimeter 299.6. And there was a special METAR a little while ago. But nothing really changed in there. So weather at Houston is looking good for our arrival. And they're landing on the 8s and 9s there. Okay. Let's go ahead and continue on with our FMC setup. Real quick, let me grab some weights here. So if I go to weight summary, our zero fuel weight is going to be 451.2. I'll need that. CG is going to be about 27% all said and done. All right, I'm going to use the cool route function here. Save us some time. And let's go ahead and take a look at the arrival into Houston. So I like to pre-program that now, just to be done with it. So it looks like we're going to be using ILS 8. Well, actually I prefer 8 left. Or what is this? 8 left is better because we're going to be going into this cargo ramp over here. That's where we park. So let's plan on 8 left. That might be better. I'm going to change this over to 8 left. And we'll go ahead and just do this RNAV approach. That is a nice quick way to get in here. So we'll use RNAV Yankee 8 left from cast. Weather should be good enough for that. Okay. So now let's go over to this and do arrival. It's going to be RNAV Yankee 8 left from cast. Now let's review our flight plan, make sure everything looks good. Oh yeah. So from cast, let's do this. Take this and move it up to here. And move that to there. Let's make sure. Oh yeah, perfect. Route looks good. We're going to activate. And performance. So our zero fuel weight is going to be 451.2. 451.2. And taking a look at our flight plan tonight. Final reserve plus alternate 17,000 pounds. We'll put that in there. Cruise altitude is flight level 380. And the cost index is 132. Okay, thrust limit. I've already run the numbers over at SimBrief, but let's go ahead and do it real quick. I prefer this to the performance calculator in the aircraft. It doesn't. I don't trust those numbers. These ones never let me down. So DTO2, flaps 5, select temperature 53. So 53, TO2. It's going to give us a takeoff N1 of 87%. We'll do climb 1. And for takeoff, it'll be flaps 5. CG is 27%. Alright, these numbers are significantly lower than what SimBrief is coming up with. So we're going to go with the SimBrief numbers. So 146, 147, and 152. Alright, there we go. So legs on the left. Takeoff on the right. FMC is checked and set. Okay, final cockpit preparation checklist. IFR clearance. I filed the flight plan on VATSIM. We don't have a controller, but we do have a squawk code. And no additional clearance from that. So 6731. Six, 7, 3, 1. Okay. Radios. I think it's 124.2 for Louisville. But let's go ahead and confirm that. CTAF K SDF 124.2. Okay, that's it. Radios are set for departure. Fuel quantity 52.8 is set. FMC is checked. Flight directors on left and right. Auto throttle is armed. MCP airspeed set V2. So that'll be 152. Okay, MCP heading will be runway heading 350. MCP altitude, we're going to go ahead and set that to our final cruise. 380. Altimeters. Confirming 3007. And on the standby, $3007 is set. Auto brakes, RTO. Okay, Wixer. Okay, APU. Oh, wait. Lower MFD. Status. Okay, let's fire up the APU. Make sure we get a start here. Okay, AP starting. AP Gen is on. Okay, departure briefing. We are currently at Louisville. Parked over on ramp 9, I believe. Ramp 11. Okay. So here's our push plan. We're going to push with the tail facing south, nose north. Now we're taking off from 3-5 left, but we're kind of close in right here, and it's going to be too hard to get the aircraft turned around. Well, I don't know. Let's take a look. Yeah, so we're going to push the tail facing south. We're going to taxi straight ahead and make a left turn and come back around onto Bravo. Or else we're just never going to make that turn. And the way we're parked right now makes it difficult to get out any other way. Alright, continuing on. So we're going to taxi down to Bravo 3, make a left turn onto Bravo, and depart full length on 3-5 left on the... What is the departure? Hit eye. On the hit eye 1. Let's pin that. Okay, so the instructions here. 3-5 left. Climb on heading 350 to intercept course 335 to row. Then on track 271 across Bubba at or above 4,000. And then on track 221 across Irwin at or above 8. So crossing restrictions at or above 4 and 8 here, and Stefford or Steft at or above 13. So let's make sure those are in the FMC. So Bubba at or above 4, Irwin at or above 8, and where is that other one? Is it Stepped? Do I have the right transition? At Mr. Steft. We're missing a fix here. Oh, no wonder. Runway 29. Disregard that. That's nothing. So that's not even on our departure because that's for runway 29. So disregard that. No wonder it's not in there. It's not supposed to be. Okay, crew. In the event of an engine failure at or below V1, we'll stop on the runway and assess, and if possible, we'll taxi back to the gate. If we have an engine failure or any other major malfunction at or above V1, we're going to continue airborne unless the aircraft won't fly, and we'll plan on coming back to land on 3-5 left. Alright, before start pushback checklist, doors and windows. Let's get those. Alright. Doors, let's close them up. Alright, external power is off. Generator controls. Hydraulic pumps. Fuel pumps. Alright, basic fans on. Packs, trim air. Isolation valves, bleed valves are all on. Alright, lower MFD. Set the engine. Parking brake. Set. Wheel chocks and age. Let's clear that up. Almost forgot a door. Can I get a sound check, by the way? How's the mic? Is it working out good? I have it in a different position on my desk tonight. I want to make sure it's going to work. Alright, let's go ahead and close all this up. Stairs, chocks, ground power unit. All the loaders are removed. Okay, aircraft is cleaned up. Age and ground equipment are removed. Beacon lights on. ACARS. Let's get that going. Oh, yeah. Cool. Okay, here we go. 8 cars is running. Push to start.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Louisville traffic, good evening. Giant 1194. Push to start, ramp 11. Tail facing south. Alright guys, looking good.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
You're clear to connect. All these bros better get out of here. Like, why are we standing by the engine? I'm about to start them. I'm not quite sure what their job is here. Like, y'all may want to move. We need to do something about that lighting. Airplane. Cabin controls. There we go. Better.
Hey, Captain, let me know where you want this thing.
I think about there. About there will do.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Tow's connected, bypass pins inserted. Go ahead and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go.
Alright crew, are we ready? Let's do this. I'm excited. First start. Alright. Parking brake released.
Here comes the pushback. Light 'em up.
Okay. We're going to start the right engine. Okay, I got rotation. Fuel on. Fuel flow. EGT. Okay. Good start on 2, starting 1. Rotation. Fuel control on. Okay, oil pressure's coming up. Fuel flow, EGT. Okay, good start on number 1 engine. After start checklist, engine anti-ice not required. APU off. Ground signal, waiting on that.
Just about done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake.
Brake set.
And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
Okay, taxi checklist. Flaps set for takeoff. Flaps 5. Stab trim. 5 degrees, aircraft nose up. Set. Takeoff data. V1 146, rotate 147, V2 152. That is set. Takeoff thrust setting 87% and 1. Transponder. TARA. Taxi light. Runway turn off lights. Flight controls. Alright, let's do it. Ailerons left. Ailerons right. Elevator up.
And we're disconnected.
Down.
Signal and pin on the left. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
Rudder right. Alright, see you on the right. Flight controls are checked. Taxi clearance. Louisville traffic. Correction, Giant 1194. Taxi runway 35 left via Bravo 3 Bravo. I'm loving it, man. Hey, night cargo is the best way to do it, right? That's the only way to do it. Okay, ground signal's good. Okay, departure briefing, no update. We're ready to go. Let's do it, guys. Okay, noticeable steering. Left, right, brakes, checked. Okay, taxi checklist complete. Okay, our turn's coming up on the left here. Have to use some nozzle steering tiller for this. And then we're gonna go onto that taxiway there. Well, I'm using my own custom my own what's the word I'm looking for? The curve for my nozzle steering tiller. It's a lot better. So this is not the stock nozzle steering stuff. Oh, I saw all of it, Juliet. I was on Discord from the plane on London. I was watching the whole thing for 12 hours of it. All right. Before takeoff checklist, lower MFD. Recall. Nothing. VNAV, LNAV. Armed. Exterior lights. We're gonna hold for that. By the way, guys, this throttle kit is amazing. It feels so good. Nah, it was very entertaining, man. It kept me busy for many hours. Alright, so full disclaimer, guys, before you laugh at me, this is my first time flying this variant. I have no idea how it's going to handle. So, I don't know how the elevator response is going to be. I don't really know anything, so bear with me if my takeoff isn't the best on this first one. Louisville traffic, UPS, correction, Giant 1194 departing runway 35 left, hit I-1 departure. Alright, let's go ahead and take the runway. There's no traffic.
Approaching 3-5 left.
Alright, coming on the runway.
On runway 3-5 left.
Alright, this will be a static takeoff. Winds are basically calm. Oh yeah, man. I'm excited. Peak season. Yeah, it's all sad, but we still got some packages to haul, so let's get it done. Okay, Wixer's on. Takeoff clearance is good. Alright, crew, here we go. First flight. Wish me luck. Okay, stabilized. Set takeoff thrust. Thrust ref. Thrust set. .80 knots. Hold. D1, rotate. Positive rate. Gear up. LNAV. Thrust ref, LNAV, VNAV speed. Louisville traffic, Giant 1194 clear, runway 35 left. Oh, flight's kind of like the passenger variant, more or less. Okay, speed checks, flaps 1. Speed checks, flaps up. Oh, the clock. Oops. I knew I forgot something. Oh well. Might be off about a minute. And thick climbs fast, guys. We're not very heavy today, so We got a lot of extra thrusts right now. I'm about to hit 10,000 feet here pretty quick. Alright. Autopilot coming on. Okay, after takeoff checklist, landing gears up. Flaps are up. Recall. Nothing. Exterior lights. There we go. Alright, hold for altimeters. Hey Julie, thanks for showing up, man. Appreciate you. Have a good evening. Alright, man. Have a good flight. I'll look for you on Betsim radar. I think that's not supposed to be there, this lighting on the wing. Thought I saw something on Discord that they were aware of it. Okay, 292 is our climb speed. So far, so good. Alright, so I would say the takeoff seemed kind of normal, not too dissimilar from the passenger variant. Aircraft felt maybe a little bit heavier, but not really, you know. If we take a look at the weight balance here, our current gross weight is only 500,000 pounds. We have 142,000 pounds of cargo on board. So we got 100,000 pounds on the freight deck and 42,000 pounds underneath. Fuel we took off was 52,000 pounds, so we're not very heavy. This thing is climbing like a rocket, though. Yeah, altimeters. Standard. Our visit check at 190, and that's going to come quick. Oh, got some weather ahead. Oh, altimeters cross check. After takeoff checklist complete. Alright, well. We definitely don't want to go through that cell. So we'll probably take a right turn and kind of cut through this way and take the less bad path, right? I don't think it felt heavy at all. No, I think it felt great. I thought the aircraft felt really nice during the takeoff. I mean, the aircraft weighs 500,000 pounds. It's going to feel heavy, right? I thought it felt good. I expect a few bumps coming up here. Yeah, that wing lighting definitely needs to be fixed. And actually, these antennas shouldn't be doing that either. Oh no, I like my old school clock, man. I'm all about the old school chronometer, dude. Analog all the way. I am familiar with the circuit breakers thing, though. But yeah, I like the analog clock myself. Man, this thing climbs faster than the MD-11 does. That's saying something, because that thing climbs like crazy. Alright, let's do a little bit of manual tilt here. I want to see what we're getting into. Okay, so I'm tilting up ahead here, and it looks like the tops of this clouds or whatever that was is not that high, so we should be able to climb above this without having to deviate. So I'm tilting 2 degrees up, and you can see that the weather as we approach is kind of getting lower and lower, so by the time we get up to Ramrod, I don't think we're going to need to deviate. See, the weather's already disappearing as we climb. Also, can I pop out the panels? Sure. They work. Right, let's do a little bit tilt down here. So if I point the radar 1 degree up, still the tops are going away. We'll climb over this. Yeah, no problem, man. Anything else you want to see, just let me know. Maybe it's not going to go away. Yeah, this is my first time. But I've been flying the 200ER for a while, so all my controls and everything basically fit perfectly on here. Yeah, tell you what. Just as a matter of safety here, let's be prepared to deviate this way if we need to. Although I do think we're going to climb over this. Let's just make sure we're ready to deviate if we need to. Mine seems to be working pretty good. Okay, 1,000 to go. Tell you what, just as a matter of precaution, let's go ahead and deviate. Okay, flight level 380. You stay out of this red stuff. Alright crew, we're on our way down to IAH. I forgot to put that in the video description. Go. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on some anti-icing just in case we get into any of this stuff. As temperatures are pretty low. So. Once we clear these cells, we'll go back direct to the next waypoint. Yep, picking up some of that turbulence now. Alright, tell you what, let's go Mach 0.82, turbulence penetration speed. Slow her down just a little bit. Could we get through this? Let's come right heading 240 so we can steer clear of this a little bit more. Actually make it 250, and then we'll come back on course to clear this thing. Yeah, it's just a short 2-hour flight, so I'll show it to you right here on the Navigraph. So we're out of Louisville, heading down to Houston. Oh, you are. What hub are you flying for? I'm the Hamilton hub chief pilot. Yeah, I work tomorrow, so I won't be able to do one. Maybe tomorrow night I could do a long haul. But for tonight, I just wanted to give a kind of a shakedown flight, see how the aircraft was gonna fly. So I found this in our route system, Louisville to Houston. I thought that would be a good first flight for this. Oh, well, hey, if you're getting tired of it, you're welcome to come on over to Hamilton Hub. We're the funnest crew in the whole VA, for sure. Oh man, this wind is brutal, man. Let's go ahead and pick it up back to FMS speed here, since we're no longer in the turbulence. Yeah, we'd love to have you at Hamilton, man. Come on over. We're the second largest hub in the VA, by the way. Louisville is the biggest one by far. I mean, for good reason, but as far as all the other hubs, we're the second largest. And very, very active on Discord. And then I fly all the time here on I fly A321s, MD-11, 7.3, 7.4, 7.5, 7.6, this. I fly everything. The only thing I don't fly is the A300 because I don't have a good one for X-Plane. Now we need to get out of this stuff already. Now, we'll fly through here and make a left turn here, and we'll go direct to SQS after that. Wow, that Bluebird, so I don't, I don't like Microsoft Flight Simulator at all, like at all, but that Bluebird 757 and the 767 they're making looks really, really good. Way better than the Flight Factor ones we got right now, so. I would be excited if I were you guys. If you're Microsoft Flight Simulator guys, I'd be excited for that. I can't do Microsoft Flight Simulator. It just doesn't work for me. It feels like I'm playing in a Xbox arcade game when I fly it. I just can't get on it. Well, I'm just an X-Plane guy. Alright, crew, I think what we're going to do is we're going to fly straight ahead here, and then we're going to try to pick our way through this, maybe through here. We'll take some bumps going through this, but that'll be fine. And the nice thing is the wind is blowing to the west, or from the west, so it's blowing the weather towards us, which means our rate of closure on the weather is actually pretty fast, so we'll be able to get out of this pretty quick. Well, the nice thing about the 767 is it shares so much in common with the 75 is from the flight deck point of view that they won't really have to redo much for the avionics, right? They build it for one and you can more or less, you know, use it for both. Oh, I know they will complain, but I'm trying to do it right, you know. We're not flying through red on purpose. Yeah, man, I can't wait for that Airfoil Labs 737 MAX is going to be incredible. I can't wait for that to come out. Because I'm also in Southwest Virtual Airlines, so I'll be flying the MAX for them. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm thinking that Bluebird stuff's not going to be ready till early next year, January, February. That's just my guess. I'm not really following it because I don't play Microsoft Flight Simulator, but that would be my guess is first quarter of 2026. There you go. What he said. Alright, let's try this. Heading 210. Oh yeah, this is the new weather radar. See, I just changed the tilt to manual here. Okay, let's just get us back on course. We're currently 25 miles lateral displaced from our path, our flight plan here. Well, I don't really know, DC-9. I can only see what I can see, right? So if there's a storm masking another storm, I don't really know. I'm just following it. I'm using it the best I can, and it seems to be working good to me. I mean, you can see how the tilt will work. Watch, if I turn the tilt up a few degrees, watch this. See? That tells you where the tops of the weather's at. And this is pointed straight ahead. And then this one over here, oh, whoa! What? That's not good. We almost extended the flaps. Anyway, I'll tilt this down a few degrees on the co-pilot side, and you can see that we're more or less above the weather, and the tops are just below flight level 380. So on my side, pointing straight ahead, not too bad. Below, significantly worse. Alright, let's go with turbulence penetration speed. So Hamilton Hub is in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, CYHM. It's not too far from Toronto. Yeah, actually I did think about doing the 747-200. I'll get around to it. I just have so many other planes to fly right now. Just, you know, when do I have the time? I do want to get into that though. It looks cool. Well, I'm not entirely convinced that the real UPS does, but we do. And I was asked to take over that hub about a year ago to increase its numbers because they had like 8 pilots. Now we have 40, so I'm really building it up. I'm really happy with the progress that we've made. I think my pilots are the best pilots in the VA. We're the most active on Discord. A lot of them follow me on my streams, and my Discord server has like 1,400 people on it, and a lot of them are there too. So we're definitely the best hub, I think, for engagement and activity in UPSVAC. Even though it's not the biggest airport, it's one of the biggest hubs in our airline. One of the least used hubs in the VA would be Asia. Also, I would say Columbia Metro Airport. KCAE is very dead. Also, Rockford has very few pilots. No, so here's the nice thing about UPS Virtual Air Cargo. Your hub assignment is administrative only. You have no requirement to fly out of Hamilton ever if you don't want to. Look at me, I'm flying a giant Atlas Air 777 out of Louisville, and I'm assigned to the Hamilton hub. Your hub assignment is only for administration for your hub, so your chief pilots can keep track of the pilots and take care of your needs and stuff. But again, I fly all over the world, and I maybe fly out of Hamilton once a month just because I enjoy the airport. It's a cool airport. But you don't have any requirement to fly out of your hub with any regularity if you don't want to. But if you think about it, if we were all based out of Louisville, that's a lot of pilots for one guy to manage, right? So we have the different hubs so that different chief pilots can manage and spread out the amount of people who are, participating. So that's why I like Hamilton, because even though it's in Canada, it doesn't mean I have to fly there, even though I do enjoy it. Alright, let's go back to FMC speed. And let's go ahead and go back LNAV. And we should be picking up LNAV. There it is. LNAV. Yeah, man. I mean, I love what I do. I like taking care of the pilots, and I love interacting with them. That's my favorite part. And again, our Discord channel is the busiest one, right? We have the most pilots talking, most pilots interacting. I just really enjoy it. Alright, back on course. I think we're done with the weather. Let me make sure. Yeah, we're good. We'll go ahead and maintain course now. 500 miles from Houston. Got quite a while to go for top of descent, so I'm going to go to the galley real quick and grab something to eat. I'll be back in 2 minutes. For those of you who might be interested in checking out UPS Virtual Air Cargo, I recently got our bosses to make our Discord public, so we can like entertain prospective pilots that maybe want to ask questions about what we do and stuff. So here's a link to our Discord server for the public if you're interested in that. I'm gonna add it to my go. As far as I know, the Asia Hub has like 3 pilots in it. It's very inactive. I wouldn't recommend it. I don't see anybody doing anything over there. So I would say for all intent and purposes, Asia Hub's kind of dead. Yep, I see that. Well, why would you want to fly with in a hub that has nobody engaging with each other? I think part of the enjoyment of being in a virtual airline is being with a group of people that are like-minded that you can talk to. The Asia Hub doesn't have anybody doing anything on Discord, right? You're gonna be like I wouldn't even bother. Join a hub where it's active and people are gonna be there to talk to and have fun with. But by all means, go right ahead. Well, you type just fine. Your English is more than good enough. People aren't on voice chat all the time. It's mostly text. It does look like ground return, but I don't see how you can get a ground return at flight level 380 with a 2-degree tilt. So I'm not quite sure what that is. We'll keep flying and see what happens. There shouldn't be any weather after this next cell comes up. Oh yeah. Shared flight? Absolutely. Look it up. Look at all these flights that I've done. Yeah, I do shared flight all the time. It's really fun. Happy to sit right seat for anybody, especially if they need training. I'll be your flight instructor if you need it, although I'm sure you don't. I've done a lot of flights in the MD-11 with people to help them learn it. I do it from the right seat. Well, it's free if you have somebody who has a subscription, which I do. So it's free to use it, but for me to host it, you have to be a paid subscription, which I have one. So I just host it, and the other pilots can join on me for free. Let's say we go around for a little tour, guys. Yeah, it would be. I don't know if that one's supported yet, but it might be. Have someone do the flight engineer, for example. Little crew rest station there. You know, we should turn some lights on, huh? Let's see what's going on back here, huh? Oh, there's a toilet. Cool. This is the supernumerary area. Oh, check that out. You can open these up. That's cool. Galley. I don't know. I'm sure that's something they'll need to fix. Hey, where's the cargo at? Oh, there it is. What is that? Is that an elephant? There's an elephant in my cargo hold. Okay. Oh, cool. That was fun. I did see the cargo shaking. Yeah, what's up with the elephants, man? It's kind of a weird one. Okay, 400 miles to go. So far, so good. Well, what's the issue with the step climbs? How we doing here? $370 to go. Okay, top of descent's coming up in about 182 miles. 614 Zulu. So in about 10 minutes we'll start briefing the arrival. All right, man. Good luck to you at Asia Hub, man. I'm not sure who the hub manager is there, but you know. I don't know what flights. I don't know if there are any that will go direct there, man. You probably have to fly up to Anchorage first if you want to go to Asia. I typically fly into Asia via Anchorage, so I'll fly from Louisville to Anchorage and Anchorage to Hong Kong or Shenzhen, something like that. Or sometimes I'll fly out to Honolulu, and then from Honolulu go down to Sydney, and then over to Hong Kong, and then back to Anchorage. I don't know of any flights that we have in our system that go direct to Asia from Louisville. Oh, wait, sir. Okay. Only 14 hours, huh? I thought it'd be longer than that. That's not too bad. Oh, okay, 16 hours. All right. One, 125.35. Alright crew, let's start running our descent and approach checklist. So let's review some landing data now. Let's take a look at SimBrief and see what it's got for us. Okay. So we're estimating a landing weight of 471.5. Let's see if that makes sense. 471.5. Current gross weight is 482, so I think it's conceivable to burn another 11,000 pounds of fuel. So we'll go with those numbers for now. Alright, auto brakes 2, flaps 30, approach speed 141, so VREF will be 136. And then auto brakes 2. And then that's going to give us a effective landing distance of 9,071 feet up a 9,400 foot runway. So that's estimating a full length rollout, which honestly is a good thing, because if you look at this airport, we're parking at the northernmost east cargo ramp, so a long rollout to the end actually makes a lot of sense for us. That's 8 left, right? Wait a minute. Oh, that's the wrong runway. We need 8 left. Let's calculate that again. Okay. Auto brakes 3 now, because I had the wrong runway in there. Yeah, auto brakes 3. Okay. Everything else is the same. Auto brakes 3 set. Landing data is reviewed. Arrival briefing. Uh, 15:45. Yeah, I did a 16-hour flight in the MD-11 about a month ago from Taipei to Cologne, Germany. That was really far for that plane. I had to take a lot of weight out of it. All right. So we're on the Gessner 2 arrival. So we have a few crossing restrictions to mind here. Blake out of about 24. Zeke 280 knots between flight level 200 and 17. Gessner between 13 and 16 at 280. And then slowing down to 250 knots at Ken. At Kingwood, 9,000 feet, 240. Zoe, 247,000. Cast 210 at 6,000 feet. And from there, we're going to rotate into the RNAV Yankee runway 8 left approach. RVR for this runway is 3,500 feet. Decision altitude is 465 baro. We need to roll out of this turn from cast and hit FLIBS at 3,000 feet. We'll pick up a 3-degree glide path at Jason, which is the final approach fix, and we'll fly that all the way down to the runway threshold, which is at 94 feet. MSA is 3,100 feet from runway 8 left. And in the event of a missed approach, we're going to climb to 580, then a climbing left-hand turn to 4,000 feet, direct cleap and hold. Okay, well, briefing is performed. Decision altitude is 465. That's set. MSA is reviewed. Seatbelt signs on. What is that light coming from? It's too bright in here. That's a lot better. Our crew, we're all briefed up. We're just waiting for top of descent. That should be coming up here in 10 minutes. Yeah, probably. I probably got around 30 minutes or so before I land, at least. Alright, crew. Should be about another 6 minutes or we'll head down. And we'll see how this thing flies. on landing. Well, I don't really know yet, so we'll have to see. I don't think it's heavy, though. I don't agree with that at all. I never thought the 777, the PAX one, was particularly heavy either. So... we'll see. Okay, FMC message. Reset MCP altitude. We'll set it down to 10,000 feet for now. Let's get a weather update while we have an opportunity here. The information, Oscar. Pretty current. Wind 150 at 7. Few clouds at 15. Altimeter 299.5. Arrivals expect ILS or RNAV Yankee runway 8 right. ILS or RNAV Yankee 8 left. ILS or RNAV Yankee 9. Uh-oh, taxiway Echo Bravo closed between taxiway... Oh. Okay, hold. My crew head down. It's so fun to finally be able to fly a 777 for UPS virtual air cargo. Hey, getting a little bit low on our descent profile here. I think the autopilot's correcting now. Alright, speed. Okay, 2995. Hold. Yeah, thanks, Danny Ray. Nice to see you again. Long time no see. New plane, new parts. Everything's great. I do better go to bed here soon, though. I'll be looking forward to landing this plane. It's bedtime. And I gotta work tomorrow. Bummer. Speaking of which, I should probably set my alarms, huh? Speed. Yep, alarm set for tomorrow. Hey, look good on speed, on profile. How much fuel do you have on board? I know that the max fuel capacity is more than the max cargo capacity. That's a lot. 141 tons. Man. Long flight. Okay, new speed 280. I just realized I had the anti-ice on for this entire flight. Ah, that was dumb. Unnecessary. Okay, descend to flight level 200. Yeah, there's actually a couple. There's actually something on the ground there at Houston. Check that out. Ah, I spoke too soon. Disappeared. Hey, coming up on transition altitude. Alright, altimeter standard. Correction, altimeter is 2995. Cross check at 17,000. Okay, 17,000. Cross check. Altimeter set. Okay, coming up on 15,000. Speed profile looking pretty good. Yeah, that's what I usually do with my long hauls. I do a lot of it in the middle of the night while I'm sleeping. Okay, 250. Okay, 11,000 feet. On speed. Alright, new altitudes can be 3,000 feet. Okay, crew should be landing in about 13 minutes. Okay, external lights. Or checklist complete. Okay, I think I see Houston Airport out there. And we'll be parking, that's our runway there. We'll be parking around here. Okay, new speed 240. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and start slowing us down now. Alright, a little bit of speed brakes. Let's go flaps 1. Yes, I'm aware the speed brakes are extended. Thank you. Thank you, I'm aware. Okay. Speed brakes track. Oh. 125.35. There it is. Alright, flaps 5. Okay, I thought I saw a cloud over the airport. What are the ceilings here? $1,500. Yeah, we should be okay. Alright, speed 180. Actually, make it speed 170. Flaps 15. Spoilers armed. Houston traffic, good morning. Giant 1194 on the RNAV Yankee runway 8 left approach. Okay, coming left. Alright, speed 160. Flaps 20. Runway in sight. Alright, crew, prepare for landing. Okay, gear down. Flaps 30 and reduce speed, final approach speed 141. Before landing checklist, landing gear down, 3 greens, spoiler handles armed. Actually, take that back, waiting for gear. Auto brakes, 3. Flaps, 30. Altimeter's cross check ICAS. No alerts. Landing clearance, clear land. Houston traffic. Giant 1194 on final, 8 left. Oh, big wind shift there. Oh, big wind shift. Alright. Got a little bit of wind shear almost. Alright, autopilot. Auto throttle. Okay, the winds are reported much, not a 19 knot crosswind, so we'll see how this goes. Set previous approach altitude. Okay. Literally a 20 knot crosswind right now, right off the right wing. I'm correcting. Really good. It's very similar to the 200, honestly. Yeah. Definitely was not experiencing a 16-knot crosswind on the ASUS. Winds are starting to come in a little bit here.
Approaching
1,000.
8 left.
Yeah. Okay, 10 knot crosswind now. Alright, it's coming in.
500. Approaching minimums. 400. Minimums.
Continue.
300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Okay, reverse screen. Knots. Manual braking.
$3,000 feet remaining.
I will take it all the way to the end.
$2,000 feet remaining.
Okay, on the brakes. Alright, this will be our turn. Second, right at the end. Take the last one. Okay, spoiler handle. Up. Flaps. Up. Auto brakes. Off. Wixer off. Oh, so it doesn't work. Alright, APU. Block. Stamp trim. Wow, that's a lot of stamp trim that's in. Okay, at-the-line checklist complete. So we're gonna make a left turn over here onto Foxtrot. We're on Foxtrot Hotel. We're gonna make a left turn on the Echo Echo. Let's see, what was that landing rate? $228. Okay. That wind was doing some crazy stuff there at the end. Marshallers in sight. Alright, parking brake. Okay, parking checklist. Transponder standby. Fuel cutoff switches off. Wheel chucks. And the ground equipment. Okay, external power. Waiting on that. I just love how that stuff falls out of the sky. Nice touch. Okay. So power's on. Beacon light, ADRU, parking brake, APU. Alright crew, we made it! Let's get some lights on for these guys, huh? Cabin controls, cabin lights. And let's go ahead and start unloading the cargo, but let's make sure my pirate was accepted first. There it is. Awesome. Accepted. Alright, let's start unloading. Alright guys, let's say this was a good successful first flight. I'm really happy with the aircraft. There's some bugs some lighting issues. I think the approach pitch was a little bit high, and the cruise pitch was a little bit high, but that's pretty minor. I think it needs a little bit of a. I think it needs a little coefficient of lift bump across the spectrum. So not necessarily just with the flaps, but also with the in the airfoils too. It cruises a little bit steeper than what I would think it should, and the approach pitch is a little bit higher than I think it should. But other than that, if you know how to fly the 200 PAX version, you should have no trouble with this. I mean, all of my flight controls for the 200 just dropped right into this. I had to do basically nothing to make this work. So I love it. I can't wait to fly it again. I will be flying it very soon. Probably doing MD-11 tomorrow night because I want to test out the new sound set. So let's expect MD-11 tomorrow evening. But yeah, thank you for all you guys that were here tonight. I've seen some new faces, which I appreciate. If you're looking for a great cargo VA, UPS Virtual Air Cargo is the best one there is, hands down. The link is in the video description. Please join the Hamilton Hub and you can work with me. I will catch you guys tomorrow night, hopefully with some MD-11 action. All right. Take care and thanks a lot. Bye-bye.